Yeah.
And Hoist doesn't, at this point, when you compare to these athletic guys in MMA today, we saw it with Matt Hughes, he couldn't compete anymore once people sort of knew the tricks. But, it's very humbling, the whole experience.
Here's what's even crazier. Rickson, Hoist's brother, Hoist will tell you he's 10 times better than him.
Yeah.
Rickson would do to Hoist what Hoist would do to other black belts.
Well, wasn't that sort of the
levels?
The story was they could have had Rickson, but he was too athletic and too,
There's a bunch of issues, and I would not want to say exactly what happened for fear of upsetting either side, because I think there's two different stories.
Okay.
But he was essentially the champion of the family. And one of the thoughts was that it would be more impressive if Hoist did it, because Hoist was only 175 pounds, and with his shirt off, he looked like he was fit, but looked like a volleyball player or something, right? Whereas Rickson,
like Freddie Mercury.
Rickson was shredded.
Yeah.
Rickson was like really into physical training. He did a lot of gymnastics and yoga. He was unbelievably athletic. Yeah. But he was also like way physically stronger. It would appear more that he was just dominating something like a cat.
Yeah.
Like he would jump on you.
So
like
it wasn't
a
as
cat.
good of an advertisement for.
It wasn't necessarily true, though, because there was also talk that no one can control Rickson and didn't want Rickson to win, because Rickson is he's like a free spirit, like in the greatest sense of the word, like legitimately. He might throw his phone in the ocean and disappear for a month and just fucking surf and do jiu-jitsu somewhere.
Oh, wow.
He's a freak in the best sense of the word.
That's awesome.
And so I don't think they ever thought they could control Rickson. That was part of the problem with having Rickson be the champion. Rickson would probably freeze up the whole organization. I want $10 million, I'll never fight again.
Right.
Like, they were offering him fights for years, and he had some crazy number that he wanted. And he was like, if you give me that number, I'll fight Fedor. If you give me that number, I'll fight the best fighters in the world.
Oh, yeah. This is after the UFC, right?
Yeah, after the UFC started, but everybody still knew. See, when Hoist was winning, everyone still knew. Rickson was competing in something called Japan Valley Tudo, and he won that.
Yeah.
You got to see the super high-level jiu-jitsu. Pride 1 was Rickson. And Rickson was the guy that everybody knew that if something happened and then Hoist was out of the UFC, or there was no other Gracies in the UFC, Rickson is always there to step in. And we were always wondering, when is he going to step in?
Yeah.
When's he going to fight the best
Never
guys?
happened.
Never did. No, he fought Funaki, who was a really high-level guy. That was his last fight, and he strangled him. Put him to sleep. It's a crazy image, man, of him rear naked choke Funaki, and Funaki's eyes roll in the back of his head, and he goes unconscious, and Rickson just throws him off.